Good morning, and welcome to Fauntleroy Church, United Church of Christ. I'm Reverend Leah Atkinson Belinsky, the Senior Minister of Fauntleroy Church, and I'm appearing to you this way today rather than in the sanctuary because our church is engaging a different kind of worship today. We are reinstating an annual tradition that we engaged before the pandemic of holding a worship without walls once a year. And so today, Sunday, April 24th, we are gathering for a short blessing in the sanctuary and then heading out for various projects that serve our community and neighbors and world. We're living our worship and doing that in ways that challenge us, that help us to remember and teach us, help us to build some muscle memory for the fact that we have an opportunity to worship God with steadfast love every second of our day. So worship indeed is something that isn't just about what happens in an hour on a Sunday morning, although that's really important. But it is also about how we live worshipful lives and how we do that together in very intentional ways. So that's what Fauntleroy Church is up to today. If you have the opportunity to drop everything and come and join us, you are certainly more than welcome to do so. And if you don't have the opportunity to drop everything, I'd encourage you to think about how you might use this hour that you find before you now to engage a bit of worship without walls yourself. Maybe that means that you bake a batch of cookies and take them to a neighbor who you don't know very well. Or maybe you pull out some card writing supplies and write some caring notes to some individuals you haven't contacted recently, or just people that you know could use a pick me up. There are so many ways in which we can live our worship in this world. And we honor God when we live that love with one another. So think about that. Think about what you might do today. As you think about it, I'll share just a few announcements for things that are upcoming in the life of the church. First, I'll let you know that we will be receiving new members on Sunday, May 8th, and then again on Sunday, June 5th. If you're interested in becoming a new member of Fauntleroy Church, please reach out to Sarah Ackers, our volunteer and engagement coordinator. One of the pieces of information that she might share with you when you do reach out is that we will be holding a Taste and See event after church on Sunday, May 15th. Excuse me, a little frog in my throat. But after worship on Sunday, May 15th, we'll be gathering in person with those that would just like to learn more about our church. It doesn't mean that you're committing to joining anytime soon, even. We even sometimes have members of the church who come to Taste and See events to learn more about the church, learn some things that they didn't know. So it's a great event. It's a time where we engage a progressive tour around the church. We have lunch together. We hear about the history of the church. We learn about the United Church of Christ. We talk about our own personal church's embrace of the United Church of Christ. And we just learned some fun facts and a bit about our community and how we are special and unique and challenging too. All the things. It's a lot of fun, and it's also happens to be a time where you can get to know other people really well. So that's lovely too. I hope you'll think about that. That Sunday, Sunday, May 15th, also happens to be our celebration Sunday. So once a year in the life of the church, we have the culmination of our stewardship campaign. Our church really encourages our members and friends to think about pledging to the church. Your pledges, your annual pledges or 6-month pledges, help us realize what we can and cannot do in ministry together. And we actually build our budget based on what people pledge to the church. So I know sometimes it's hard to plan ahead and budget for such things, But giving some intentional thought to how you can do that actually makes ministry possible at Font Laurier Church. So if there's any way that you can think about, yes, I could make this commitment, at least this commitment to the church, doing that would be just such a tremendous gift to us. You're welcome to turn in pledge cards, to make those pledges online, to do that before May 15th, but know that there'll be an opportunity at that service to turn in those pledge cards too. If you'd like to know more about that, reach out to the church. We'll certainly be glad to talk to you about giving at Font Laurier Church and about all the special things that we engage together as a community. Beyond that, I think that's all the announcements that I have for today. My binder just fell on the floor. Sorry about that. But as you go forth this day, just go forth with a blessing. Go forth with this blessing. May God bless you to be more aware of all of the ways in which God is calling us in each and every moment to breathe worship, to embrace worship, and to live our worship together with those we know and those we don't know. And in living our worship together, may we know that we honor God with our steadfast love. Go in peace. Serve the Lord. Amen.